gak bachra asa kubshkara chugagura pura ariagura hirikau yage komar bigisaka bigua hele waisa hewan chugima dera hina akshevio ko chugi wachevu e manasara gondu Aragonderas, Urachadin, Chicago, Michigan, Rubu, you are American, Heta Hachmirago, Chishista, Ajewak, Mekiguan, Mamistate, Comac, Mowikin, the make the Nirocho Giman, Iraka, Zika, Iraku, Bam Sherar in the Tawania, Richard, told you by Go Sherar, Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin this very momentous program where we have a signing of major documents that are going to be mining of pro coal by a company that has been in pursuit of the vast resources on the reservation. They are in business, but they have partnered up with the Crow tribe to make better the economic situation here on the Crow Reservation. But before we go any further, before we enter into the program, I want to call to the microphone a big brother of mine, Mr. Pius Realbird, to say a word of prayer. This gentleman is one of the elder members of the Whistling Water Clan. He is our big brother. You see him, we are very fortunate to have him among us yet. Bruck rider, top bruck rider in his day. He had a rodeo name that a lot of older cowboys know. But to me, he's always been a big brother to me, and he treats me as such. Please welcome Mr. Pius Realbird.
Before I pray, I want to say a few words. Proud to be here on account of the Southern Crow tribe. The executive power, the legislature, the South American side. And I want to say that the beginning, the beginning of the darkness, we occupied the area from the south of the circle, North America, South America, to the temperate South America, the state of Magellan or whatever. We occupied the state before the foreigners came. And from this time, it produced the energy of what we have today, hydrogen, nuclear bombs, all that applies from the soil to carry these terrible diseases that exist today, cancer and all that. Now, yes, sometimes I wake up during the night, think about how come the armpits can't occupy our dad. And I guess in divine guidance that what we're doing now today, this country, United States of America, is the most powerful nation in the world. It can, our army, their arsenal, it can wipe out big cities, like Carol Cameron, Nagasaki, death, things. It's terrible. And the Americans don't think about that. We respect the human being. The little girl, little boy, on all the way to the elders. I like to thank you, thank you, thank you. Act 38 Million Act, Father Treaty Act 68 Fort North. We own that. We own this. And right now, we're in the process of dosing another end coal. The coal that we took from the southeast corner there, it contains linear, black ash, plain, shiny coal that they're not solid, that just one of fact for this short thing, short cow. Now, that's our hats off phenomenal, right? Oh, could I watch what yes, but no, but it was so awful. It was so awful that I don't know what time you want to God did. But I saw this and told when I was on to that way to the dead. He also stayed on. He wants to work. When I want to make that had him on time, I know let's go. Well, I'm going to the church, the mountain walk, take out the sun, I gave what I take out. It ain't good. But I'm saying to them, I said to all presidents, look at the water and stuff. So God is so good. That kind of was good, that it hasn't gone down because another 1 minute course today was a big cut, but I have for those guys. And I want that video. And I want that. That's what I said, but what I lost. Oh, said because what I also what the way now. I mean the way now. I have the opposite. They was small with back up, but it's small with it, but I is small. It was smaller until I have it, but they are solid, but what I also got is forward scout. But I was always got one. So yeah, that's all the stuff that there's got, but they are taking Bill, John, they don't do it. And don't want to back to the mountain say they would have one sitting, but I got to all the time. But they ain't been over the spot and all that. For the protection of nobody, for the protection of and I stopped it. But I stopped it out for the didn't say it would have walked, but I had to take them off down. But I said, no, and I must protect them. But I don't want to. They got downstairs. But now they want to talk to us. They didn't put down there and sit put down. I'm more sitting there. Well, could I do all that? They didn't die. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Chiramacha Nutrida. Before we proceed any further, it's only appropriate to pay tribute to our warriors who have served in the military. Ever since records were kept, the Crow have been involved in military action from scout days on up to the present. We have men and women still in harm's way overseas. Those that are here that have served in the military. Those that are members of the families of those courageous and brave men and women. Before we proceed any further, I'm going to call upon the Black Whistle Singers at this time for singing the flag song of the Crow. The words say, "Dear servicemen, through your courage and your bravery, you have re-raised the flag of freedom. That is what the words of that song say. So at this time, Black Whistle, Dawia. Very much Black Whistle. Before we proceed any further, you may be seated. You may be seated, thank you. There's a small camera that is situated across the way at the end of the building, carrying live the program as it unfolds today on the internet. And for those of you that might want to text your families back home, the connection is www.crowlegislativebranch.org, or you can also view what is going on Crow Legislative Branch Facebook page. That is for your information, those that may want to send that information to your family at home or friends. There are many people that want to be here for this historic event today, but they are unable to be here. And among them are your Crow representatives in the House of Representatives and State, as well as Senate. Representative Ray Peppers, Representative Carolyn Lopez, and State Senator Sharon Paraguay are taking care of state business in Helena. They are unable to be here, but nevertheless they send their good wishes and good luck to you, Executive Branch, Legislature, and Cloud Peak. They could be here, and they would be here if they could, but they are tending to business as we elected them to do. Wanting to come and could not make it is Governor Steve Bullock, also Montana Superintendent of Public Instruction Denise Juneau, members of the Sheridan County Commission, the Big Sky Economic Development Corporation, Steve Arvis-Chaw, Alex Tyson of Billings Chamber of Commerce, Yellowstone County Commissioner John Osler, Sheridan City Councilor Alex Lee. Then we'd like to thank these people who are here to take part in this historic event. In attendance, the project manager of Cloud Peak, Casey Capture. If you would please stand, Sharon Peterson, Cloud Peak Community Advisory Committee. There he is, a member of the Sheridan County Chamber of Commerce as representative. I apologize, I do not have a name, but nevertheless, if you would, please stand if you are here, a member of the County Chamber of Commerce Sheriff. Dr. Mark Engler, Vice President of Gillette College, representing Northern Wyoming Community College District. Also introducing John Heath, President of Sheridan City Council, representing Mayor of Sheridan, Wyoming. A good friend of ours, and he's always ready to lend a hand in many things that Sauteget people do. No stranger to this part of the country, please welcome Yellowstone County Commissioner, Mr. Bill Kennedy. Representing State Representative, the better half, this gentleman, please welcome Dave Lopez. Also, a chief of the Bureau of Land Management branch of the United States government, the branch of Solid Minerals, Montana and Dakota State Office, Phil Perliwitz. Also introducing the Superintendent of the Bureau of Indian Affairs here at Crow Agency, Vienna Stewart. And representing the United States Senior Senator's Office, who will be reading a letter a little bit later, but please welcome Mr. Jim Corson. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for this special event. And to address the Assembly, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer and President of Cloud Peak Energy, Mr. Colin Marshall. Now, I would like to recognize Chairman Olcoyet, Speaker Shane, the Committee Chairman Stuart, and the Executive and Legislature here. And I'd like to thank them for their perseverance through this process and their support, which has got us here today. I should also point out that there have been some people who have worked extraordinarily hard to get us where we are. And I'd like to thank Bill Watt for his work on behalf of the Crow Tribe. And from Cloud Peak Energy, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our legal counsel, Amy Stefanik, and Todd Myers, our Vice President of Business Development, who put an awful lot into this deal. The thing that strikes me about what we're signing today and the work that's got us to where we are is that this is hopefully the start of a long-term partnership that will bring prosperity for the Crow Tribe and hopefully for Cloud Peak Energy as well. I think the exploration agreement has been crafted in a very clever way that should actually mean that it makes very good sense to develop to explore and develop the coal, the $1.4 billion tons of coal that the exploration agreement covers. And I'm very excited that we will now be able to start the work that will hopefully in a few years bring us to actually start a mine. And I would say that I would like to be back here in a few years' time where we're actually commencing the start of an actual mine, because that is what we must all work towards. I would also say that I think the support that we can both work together, both Cloud Peak and the Crow Tribe,
to see if we can help the development of West Coast coal port. So I believe if a coal port is developed, then this mine it will go ahead and bring the prosperity we're both looking for, particularly in terms of the jobs that it will take to mine the coal and to do it in such a way that we make sure we put the land back the way it was before, and that we see ourselves mining as a temporary use of the land that will be able to generate great wealth and prosperity for the Crow tribe. But when we're done, we want to make sure we leave it as we found it. I think that's very important to us. So to wrap up, I'd say that Cloud Peak Energy, we look forward to working with the Crow tribe over many years, because that's what this project, the Big Metal project, should turn into. And to start the ball rolling, we do have many representatives here from Cloud Peak Energy. They'll be at booths along the back of the room. If you have any questions, they're there to try and answer them. So with that, I will not take any more time, but I would like to thank you very much and to say what a great honor it is for me personally to be here to start the next step of this relationship with the Crow tribe, which I'm very optimistic will lead to the development of the mine as quickly as we can. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Colin Marshall. Reclamation, a very important part of any mining activity to restore the land as near as possible to how it was before any mining took place. Before I proceed any further, also I would like to introduce two gentlemen that are representing all of Bighorn County, as well as the Sarawak people. They are here to take part in this very historic event. I'd like for you to welcome our county commissioners, Crow members, Sidney Chipper Fitzpatrick and Mr. John Purdy on top. If you would please stand. They have told our officers that any help that they could give our executive branch, that they are willing to do to help better the lives of the people of Bighorn County. Now, next to address the assembly, a gentleman that has been in the executive offices now this term 3. He served 2 terms as vice secretary. When he was younger, he started a group called Our Way of Life, where he took a lot of young people as well as older people alike to put together a program, travel throughout the United States of America, forming in Los Angeles for many movie stars, other places, Chicago, all over the place, and they championed a drug-free way of life. Now he is the leader and chairman of the executive branch of the Besalga Nation. Please welcome the Honorable Darren Oakley.
First off, to all the visitors here, non-Crow speakers, I want to address my people in my language. It's only right that I do, because it is only appropriate, so I speak to my people. And again, it bau by the Uwalo a method dip, a glow sugar, book a little sugar look too. It done, you know. No, I want to come Uwalo. The light goulash get it, go to stuff. Come with sugar. Kalibu did the ashes there, correct with each school. You know, you get the cure, go to Uwalo. Kamale Hamish, you know what I mean? Hit Nawaba, Kamalashka Saul, Dela, Okishia Chishik, Dela, Shotegagon, Okishia, and Uchio, Idioma, Alech, Hajima, Gogash and Doris, White to Bob Mushua, Bale, Pelegagis Goho, the Bob Pelegagis Goho, Laga Naul, Nobega Gitchel, Yagi. Iji nag alasohi dio sarpi ta bishpale hawadam lagombo shewalish bisanga bishpale watka lagoni walish maaba tishpale kasha ek nawala lawaje balala wasa al kasha gugahu ela wirus kutu al kasha gugahu ko check bahama saugo Chico, Salo. But by him was Sulu, that Jake. He did buy Chico, what it did. Egg Hoik, how to Bob was Shibo, Emo Odum, Hoika, White the Coalition, Bad, Bahale. Why could you bite the Coalition? Got in a little sound, they get to all. Oh, Jacob, by him was sound, or you will education. No bad, not cool, Mall. You so now. Ela jogue, ela licha, ela dilu, ela wahela, ela maldo richuel dalgo, the mabine, beef with dilu, Kaligado, right time, but Mahimasu, chief, Balago, Spabido, Kun, what priest is a bite bit, Bogo. You know, I'm bad in Oscar Sawada, Dilum, Dilio, Zalga. Lago, Ispabido, and Nova, Ilagi show, beautiful Dylan. Ladies and gentlemen, addressing the Crow people, on behalf of the Crows, we thank Cloud Peak Energy. I was telling the Crow people that this area that we've focused on, Youngs Creek, Tanner Creek, and Squirrel Creek. It's been part of many discussions dating back to the 60s, and then as recently as 2007 when I was part of the negotiating team to Rio Tinto, and then when they had to sell their coal assets, Cloud Peak purchased those Spring Creek, and from there, the talks have always been there. And the hopes and dreams have always been there of the Crow people developing that area. And today I've asked them to help me signing this document. I've asked them to help me with prayer and support so that our children, our grandchildren, and future Crow people could benefit from this project. I was 1 year old when Sarpi coal mine was built, and today a large percentage of our budget at the tribal general fund comes from that coal mine. And also all the payments from per capita comes from that coal mine. And I've asked that we all work together collectively as a tribe to push this project forward so that we can all benefit from the mass natural resources that we have as a Crow people. And today we've come to the point where teamwork pays off. And all the gentlemen and ladies sitting up here, we've all worked collectively to make this happen. And I'd like to commend all of you for making this happen on behalf of the Crow people. Let's give the legislatures and Cloud Peak a round of applause and applause to extended prayers. And I know a lot of these boys are basketball players. They're going to be playing in a game here shortly as well. So they're going to be playing Crow Police. So we're practicing right now. But teamwork and unity working together makes great things happen. and this is a result of that. And I didn't know that Casey Captor was hired by Cloud Peak. I thought he was always working for the Crow tribe, but Casey Captor, if you would stand up, he's been with us since 2007 when we were negotiating. He's a Crow economist. He's been working tirelessly. And Bill Watt and Del Lavender, Melissa, if you would, three stand up. These are attorneys for the Crow tribe. And at this time, I want to say thank you to all the Crow people for giving us the opportunity to serve the Crow people. Alvin Nonafray Jr., the secretary, and Sean Backbone, myself, and Dana Wilson, we thank all of you. Let's give these two gentlemen a big round of applause for the executive branch. From the time they took office on December 3rd to today, a little over 50 days or less, we're signing an agreement with the coal deal, and it took, all the hard work from a lot of team players throughout the years to make this happen. But one thing I want to add, the name of this project is Big Meadow. And the Crows are all too familiar with Big Meadow and the history of that legend behind that story, and how Big Meadow has helped the Crow people throughout. Even today, when a lot of you go into sweat lodges, you refer to Big Meadow and the things that he's asked the Crows do. Even in praise singing and the way you wake up camp, all the things that, and to become a great leader, Big Meadow has instilled that in all the Crow people. And that's the name of this project, the Big Meadow Project. And Big Meadow was instrumental in our homeland, the Bighorn Mountains, Bighorn River. It's the Bighorn Rams that, the legend among the Crow that was part of our survival. But when I talk about survival, the Crow people in the past have united together. When times were tough, when times seemed like they weren't going to survive, they would come together, they would pray together. One mind, one heart, and they would survive through the years. There was a time when tribes would try to annihilate the Crow, even as far as smallpox would try to annihilate. And through those tough times, we persevered. And if that weren't the case, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you. And that's how much perseverance Crow people have. And I know you will continue to fight for the survival of the Crow people. And I'm happy to serve the Crow people. And I will continue looking for ways to better the life of our Crow people at home.
Now I'm going to call to the microphone a field representative from our senior senator, Mr. Max Makas, to read the letter. A gentleman that is known in Indian country as well, mostly Crow country. Please welcome Mr. James Corson, field representative for Senator Max Makas.
Thank you, Corky, very much. It's hard to hold the mic and read at the same time, so but I will do my best. Senator Makas is in Washington today and sends his regrets and a letter that he asked me to share with all of you. Dear friends, I wish I could be with you in person to congratulate all of you on the signing of this historic agreement between the Crow Tribe and Cloud Peak Energy. Today's celebration is proof that working together can deliver the jobs we need today and for years to come. Montana has been blessed with an abundance of natural resources, from coal and oil to water and wind, which has provided an important source of income to the Crow and to all Montanans. It is clear that coal has and will continue to play a vital role in the economy of not only the Crow tribe, but all of eastern Montana. That's why I will continue to support the Crow in this partnership, which will provide more jobs and economic development to the reservation. On a personal note, it was great to see Chairman Olcayo and other members of the tribal government in Washington this week. The second inauguration of President Obama was a special time for all of us. I look forward to working with my Crow friends and Cloud Peak Energy, and appreciate the opportunity to help in any way I can. Very best wishes, Max Marcus. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jim Corson. Now we have a representative from the newly elected Congressman of the state of Montana. I apologize, I do not have the name of the person that's going to be reading this letter, but a letter from Congressman Steve Daines. While the gentleman is making his way up there, there are 4 booths that are sponsored by Cloud Peak over at the end of the building. Whenever the program is complete, they have people manning those booths to answer any questions that you may have that may pertain to the development of the coal resource down the southeast part of the reservation. Now, Mr. Steve Daines, representative, to read the letter.
Thank you. I think I'll hold this so I'm not scooped over quite that far. My name's Randy Vogel. I'm regional director for the new Congressman, Steve Daines, who considers it a tremendous honor to be asked to be here to read the letter, and also a tremendous responsibility. Mr. Chairman, members of the council, today's a great day for the Crow tribe, a great day for Montana business, and a great day for Montana coal. I'm proud to serve you all in Congress, and am thrilled this project has taken an important step forward. Today I pledge my commitment to you to support this project as it goes through the approval process at the Department of Interior. I'm proud the Crow tribal leadership is leading the way, working together to promote major economic development for our state, our country, and the tribe. Their willingness to make tough decisions to promote a better future for the next generation is the example we need to set in Washington. Just this week, I met with Chief Olcayo in my office in Washington and am eager to continue a strong, collaborative relationship to help bring prosperity to the Crow tribe and create more jobs here on the Crow Reservation and in Montana. This agreement marks an ideal beginning to that effort. The development of Big Metal will not only inject millions of dollars into the economy of the Crow tribe and create many jobs, but also is an integral piece to expanding the production and use of Montana coal worldwide. The coal found right here in the North Powder River Basin is of a high quality, high BTU, low sodium content, and more environmentally friendly. Exporting this coal to other companies in the domestic and international markets will yield high benefits for us here in Montana. Again, I sincerely congratulate each of you on reaching this agreement. I know Montanans are best at exploring, developing, and producing the best quality coal in the most responsible manner. Please do not hesitate to contact me for any assistance as this project moves forward. Congressman Steve Daines.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Words that are very encouraging. We'll certainly appreciate the friendliness and willing to help of the many goals and projects of our executive branch for the Crow people. Thank you very much for the letter. And tell Mr. Congressman Steve Daines that we will certainly appreciate his letter and his commitment to help the people of Montana. Thank you. Now, next to address the Assembly, we have a gentleman that has been elected twice to be the Speaker of the Legislative Branch. Please welcome Speaker of the House, Mr. Kenneth Chang.
Hello, Papa. Corky. I spoke earlier at the staff meeting, and I know some of you were here, but it is what I said earlier. I'm going to kind of reiterate a little bit of that. But first of all, I'm going to give some credit. We've got a fine gentleman who's going to sign this deal for us today. You, the great Crow Nation, have elected a leader who's going to represent all of you, all 13,000. You've elected a legislative branch of senators who have stood their ground and represented each and every one of you so that this deal will be the best possible deal for our great Crow Nation. So give yourselves a round of applause because your leaders have come together on behalf of all of you, on behalf of your grandchildren, like the chairman said, your great-grandchildren, the future generations. And one thing I'd like to take note, for everyone to take notice, our chairman here, the legislative branch, we stood our ground because we wanted good leadership. We wanted to make sure this was a good deal, but we also wanted good leadership. Alpha, Calvin, today, your son Darren is going to sign the largest coal deal in the history of the United States. So I commend you for raising a fine young man to lead us into the new 4-year term. After that, we look at the future. Good things are going to come. I said this last year, 2012, when we were campaigning. It's going to be a good 2012. Now it's going to be a good 2013. We have to remember that. It's always good things are coming. And today's the evidence of that. We have some fine leaders who are excited. The legislative branch, the executive branch, you see all of us sitting here together. We're excited because what we've always talked about, no more talking about it. Now we're going to do it. We're going to come together and get things done. We're going to get business done. And today's the evidence. You're witnessing that. So I'm going to introduce the senators who voted yes for approval of this deal. Senator Huggs of the Pryor District, stand up. Senator Gozahead of the Pryor District, stand up. Senator Rilbert, the Violet District, stand up. Senator Stewart of the Black Loss District. Senator Alden of the Bighorn District. Senator Not Afraid, Leroy Not Afraid of the Lodge Grass District. Secretary of the House, Knut Oakro. Senator Noah Two-Leggeds of the Black Loss District. Senator G.D. Prettypane of the Lagos District, and Senator Lawrence D. Crane of the Prior District. These gentlemen voted yes to the final approval of this bill. So hold the senators. We're going to look at we're witnessing something great. But it came with teamwork. So we're excited. This is only the beginning. In a nutshell, what Darren had said earlier, the chairman, Crow people, thank God today. He's put you in the right place. He's blessed you with all these natural resources. Remember that. It took prayer for us to be put here. Right here in the great Little Bighorn Valley. God put us here through prayer. And through prayer, praying for good things, we're going to experience it now. So we give great thanks to God Almighty. I give thanks to God for being Speaker of the House. I give thanks to God for being a Crow tribal member. And I give thanks to all of you for voting for all your elected officials today as they have come together with this Cloud Peak company to get a good deal for all future of the great Crow Nation. So good things are coming. It's going to be a good 2013. So a hold to everyone, a hold to Cloud Peak, a hold to the senators, a hold to the executive branch. Things are good. So a hold to all of you for coming and sharing this today. A hold.
Thank you very much, Ken. Thank you. Now, calling to the microphone and addressing the assembly, the young man that also has served in the legislative branch for two terms now, starting his second term, the chairman of Natural Resources. Please welcome Conrad J. Stewart.
First of all, I want just to, give honor and praise to our Lord, Creator. For without Him, these things would not be possible. And I wanted to, thank the executive branch officials, Chairman O'Kyle, representatives of the Cloud Peak, Colin Marshall, and all invited guests and my fellow Crow Indians. I thank you for allowing me the opportunity to address you on this historic day for the Apsáalooke Nation. Today, with the touching of pen to paper, we as a tribe will begin to embark on a new chapter in our history. With God's continued guidance, blessings, this new chapter will bear witness to unprecedented prosperity for the Crow people. The crown jewel of our vast mineral wealth, the southeastern corner of the beautiful Crow Reservation, is now set to be utilized in a responsible and respectful manner by a proven development partner in order to bring economic prosperity to our tribe. For the past several years, we have accomplished much at the legislative branch to help lay the foundation for this new development agreement. We have a Tribal LLC Act. The new Cloud Peak Mining Company, Big Meadow LLC, has agreed to utilize, and we have one of the most progressive tribal employment rights laws in the nation that will provide hiring preferences and protection for Crow workers. And very importantly, we are moving forward in our efforts to attain full regulatory authority over all Crow coal mining and mine reclamation of the Crow Reservation under federal law. We will be the first tribe in the nation to do so. For the past 2 years, tribal officials, representatives have negotiated and discussed terms and conditions to ensure any new coal development is done on Crow terms and with the best interests of the Crow people always in mind. Upon the initial introduction of this agreement by the executive branch to the legislative branch, the assignment was made to the Natural Resources Committee. I am elected tribal official, an allotted landowner, a coal miner, and part owner of our tribal minerals. This agreement was not something I or any of the senators took lightly. In review of this proposal and discussion amongst ourselves and our constituents, we identified major issues of concern each of which have been addressed through continued negotiations, and today I am proud to say the agreement was made better through cooperative and productive efforts between the new executive leadership and the legislature. It has been said that every Crow is a millionaire, but that is not quite accurate. In truth, every Crow is a multi-millionaire. And today we officially start the realization of our potential as a modern, professional, and prosperous people. This agreement is a major step forward to a new era of progress, prosperity for our tribe. And there is much more to come. So today is a celebration of the accumulation of efforts made by many and whose visions, hopes, and dreams are now taking shape. And let us not forget those who did not make it to see this day and the future days of celebration for our tribe. And perhaps most importantly, let us be mindful of those young and not yet born to whom we are trustees with responsibility of temporary stewardship and with the duty to develop our resources diligently and smartly. I am very proud as Chairman of the Natural Resources Committee of the Crow Tribal Legislature to have carried out this duty, and to my fellow Crows, I pledge to continue these efforts so long as I have your confidence in doing so. I thank you, and I thank the elected officials, the newly elected, that we did attain good leadership. And we do pledge to you, as leaders, to always look out for the betterment of the Crow people, for looking out for our elders, looking out for our young and the unborn, that we can continue, like Chairman Oakcloud said, we can persevere through these hard times. And on days like this, just like in the days when we were down, we still gave glory and honor to the Lord. And on days like this, we still give glory and honor to the Lord. So I thank you all for coming out. Aho!
Thank you very much. At this time, Chairman Oakcloud, dignitaries, if you would, start to man the table. And we're going to allow a moment or so for photo opportunities. Colin Marshall and other dignitaries of Cloud Peak. Secretary of the Executive Branch, Mr. Elvin Godfrey, Ned, Senators, and County Commissioners, if you would, along with pious stand in a semicircle photo opportunity for a few minutes. Make a nice semicircle so that they include everybody. This very historic gathering right here. We're going to be, before we go into the signing ceremony, Mr. George Reed will say a word of prayer. Then we'll go into the signing of the document. Right now, this photo op right now. Upsala, the Korean Chigas or Shush. Yaka Cloud Pika. Gokro as a Gokshe. How was so go Orashkula. Who how was so Muji Sara Sata is going to teach or Buchi. Kariwari Upsala goes to Orashkula Graf. We don't stay with the original. Kariwari Upsala go to Clash Saroga. Kariwari Matcha, skill the choose it, Rai will accumulate. I read a Korea who matcha. Taka Maria Weistat, Magdera Woodstown, Schwari Jwail, Legis Hortia, she say a gashu. Our Kabe, go get Nara, or Nasa, so go. go uudistaa, sun irpkamus ja isä vuotit se go ni liukus, go raaskuliikin, karelukus. Go där bautsu upptäcka, go i hisseliksi. Alright, now at this time I'm going to call on the microphone Mr. George Reed to say a word of prayer, then we'll commence with this signing ceremony. The grandfather of the chairman.
He's going to here go there. Show up, I was saying, go out. Amerika mo, in our go down and look, she gave got to give away you. Ask that the Barbary, Barcode, she available, Bobby out saying, no, she's he didn't got tired of change. That's Joe, check, again, now they want to go there. I just tell you. You're got your geese, but she said. I was telling my Crow people I was thunderstruck, and I was asked to pray. So I went home and I smudged myself and I put on color and came. And as I was coming, I remember the origin, and this earth was water. And they found mud and they covered the water. There was no rivers, so they called upon, invoked someone. She took her wood digger and scratched the ground, and therefore there came the river creeks, and there the riparian areas. Those are our gifts. At the end, this fox said, toward the end of this life, use this land that looks like prairie chicken speak as your survival. And that's what we are doing. Our fossil fuels, our minerals, that's what. So, it's been many years. I was 6 years old. I heard the elders praying for this moment. They say, Chimiska, million. We would pass them out. There won't be enough. They'll never go, we'll never end. We'll just pass it out. Today, we're talking billions. So with that thought, I'm going to say a word of prayer. Excuse me. I have to pull the buckskin blanket because my creator doesn't speak English. Kohei chikpai chak shoewa pim diwanai ikyon imane nison tuttu. Fix para malta stilovat pa kailum iwa. Alashio shituk mahidaju paushgan. Alashio diwa. Age ichugitendo. Amashubwa. Bara Sara Gevres Gedari. Bare Tigir my chin Garish. Chisu was at that third Chivasu Gavara Amajmur. Eta. Very good is Tarichu. Navara Kashmaris Gedarish Kayuk, very good is. My chin at Gade, Mayet Gade, Wagat Gade, Mahari Gade. Go, even if it's bad, you in Maragos. There are Bachawa, not Patricio, Pacho, Shaw, you. Mamma, who say, whatever they want, Gali. Whatever I should take, where's that of it? Papa. Then, was my sauce. You come by the sailing, my shelter. Watch it come up. Go out. As I go to be the fog, I asked to give a body so they chigas, Gira, two, two. She said, you bought you. I said, over 2 million by 1 or 2 years. Well, we want to go with 10 mice with the fire of the Baradima. She said, oh, which place? You can go to sorrow. Benim ekor var. Sara gavut kartı kapı koşu. Bir fonda ivaretçe çoğunluk yok. İvaretçe yok. Hiç paylaşıyor. Iwan ei harti, kaikki oli Iwan meni edes paagi harti, koko saakka. Pitsi auki, vaatiamas suokumas. Vaali hirmegi hissar oli, sest ka neid kõik ristiuks oli, kus paane oli hissar, oli haada. Vilmher sius evami. Vabias tee, vauska kavaga juoga sun.
Shramachan, cheerio. Okay, at this time, Cloud Peak is going to make a presentation to the chairman, and I'm going to turn the microphone over to them. Blackwood Soul, get ready.
Chairman Al-Qayo, it's a great pleasure for me to be able to give you this picture of Cloud Peak, which we're very proud to have named our company after a man which I know is very important to the Crow, and we're very proud to be associated with the Bighorn Mountains in the area and with the beauty of the nature of this country. So please accept this on behalf of Cloud Peak Energy.
Many of you Crow people understand that Cloud Peak is very significant to the Cloud Peak, the actual mountains, is significant to the Crow people. That is where the Apsáalooke people, that's where our history begins. Before that, we're one tribe with the Hinatsa, but Cloud Peak is where, right below there is where they found the sacred tobacco plant, and we've come full circle in those days where they talked about prosperity. And today we've, the Big Meadow playing a big part of that prosperity. We thank you for the photo, and it holds dear to the hearts of Crow people, the Bighorn Mountains and Cloud Peak area. So it's very appropriate that we receive a picture of Cloud Peak, because right below there is where the sacred tobacco plant was found, and that's where Crow history started. Apsáalooke people.
Very much. Okay, Black Whistle Singers. For the next show, we're going to sing a song of the Lumpy Wood. starting the ministry. At this time, we want senators to be seated for a moment, and commissioners. Cloud Peak is going to make another presentation at this time. CEO and Vice President and the rest of the officers of Cloud Peak Energy as a guest for those that to go see. Today, Maguk Stoikarena, Cloud Peak Energy, Hage, Emblem next to us, they go to you. Who died, they go to you. Brand new Pelton blankets in blazing with the inscription Cloud Peak Energy with the Crow Tribal emblem on each and every Pendleton that is being presented at this time. Tujila. Very historic moment. Pastor Gilbert is going to say a word of prayer, and then we'll proceed with the meal that is provided by Cloud Peak Energy. While that serving is going on, we're going to be asking our board of directors, the CEO of Cloud Peak, and our executive officers to go back to the meeting room for a few moments, and they'll come back out. So with that, gentlemen, if you can move your hats to your cap for a word of prayer. Again, on behalf of executive branch, and all the Crow people that are here, as well as our senators of the legislative branch. I've been Mr. Colin Marshall, if you would please come. The chairman of the executive branch has a special presentation he would like to make to you. I'm going to give him the microphone at this time. I've been in bolo tie, very nice looking bolo tie. Boy, that's a work of art. Say thank you for the friendship and the partnership, as well as all that you have provided. The T-shirts that are going to be given out at the booth, as well as the meal that is being catered. Thank you very much from the Crow people. Thank you. All right, executive officers and the board of Cloud Peak, you are asked to go to the media room for a few short moments. In the meanwhile, servers, you can commence to serve the good food that you brought to give to the people that are here in attendance.
Okay.